For us who were born, who were in primary school in the 70s, I think this is a great honor. For those of people who were born in the 90s, they may not understand the difference between the old national anthem and the new national anthem. At the time when we were singing the old national anthem, it was like production of music of today. In those days, when you see anybody dancing the music, he will also be able to recite the music and tell you word to word what the musician was saying. But today, when you are there singing the national anthem, they don't even understand what they're saying. The lyrics, at the senior advocate said, are different. Because when you were singing the national anthem at that time, you will feel like dancing. It's only that the composer does not allow you to dance. So for a very long time, we lost touch of it. Many people will come here and say, yes, at that time it was issue of, the national anthem was talking about the differences in identity, but the communality in brotherhood. Today, we've lost touch of so many of those things. Why are the causes of crisis today? If you talk about it, people will say they are fighting because of their tribes. They are fighting because of their ethnic belongings. And yet, we are still singing and saying that the national anthem is telling us not to do that. But the old national anthem was a kind of orientation. As you sing it, you reflect that you remember your tribe. But Nigeria was bringing us together. We thank God for the new regime of our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on the renewed hope. Now, if we are talking of something renewed, we are also going back to see what was wrong before. And the only thing we can correct it is to look forward and see how to correct those things. We are very grateful that some of those things were already established by our forefathers. Our first, I will say, first graduates of nationality, of patriotism. He had named them the Zik, the Awolowos, the Sadonas, and all of them. At that time, even in politics, they were not seeing themselves as different. But they had something in common. That thing in common was to fight anything outside that will inflict a hardship on Nigeria. So if we think that we have lost focus on some of these things with the new national anthem, it is better, it's not too late to go back on reorientation, so that our children, those ones sitting, the younger ones sitting today, will understand why there is even a national anthem in the first place. Because to many of them, they don't understand. At that time, before you were taught to sing national anthem, I remember I was telling my colleague here, yes, some of us privileged to attend missionary schools, but yet the missionaries will tell you, line to line, why you are singing, what you are singing. The third line on the old national anthem was the prayer. Somebody suggested that the second line must be the prayer. I think the third line was the prayer, the main prayer. Yes, okay. So that after food, before you eat food, you will say the opening prayer for food. When you finish, they will tell you to sing that third stanza, for you to appreciate not only the man that is giving you to food, but you appreciate that it is Nigeria that is giving you that food. That food. So it is timely that we go back and look at where we came from. We look at what will help this country, and I also support our leader for bringing this concept. It is not too late. But let us not say that we must go back. Yes, there is a need for everybody to listen. There's a need for, but from experience, those of us that have the experience, those people that had the experience will be the one to tell you the good and the bad of the old and the new and the new concept. So that as we move in, let us again reinvent and bring back the old anthem. That is what will bring back our unity. What will create unity in diversity. So for me, I also support my leader, the introduction of this new concept of the old national anthem. Thank you.